I just thought I'd take a quick 5 minutes to quickly go over some of the gear I'm using. I know some people like to see all of this. Of course, I'm not camping, so the stuff I've got is slightly different than I would normally take. But here we go, just quickly give you a run through. I've still got the poles that I've been using all of the time. I always walk with poles in the UK and everywhere. They tend to maybe take a little bit of strain off of your knees and your ankles, and give a bit of balance, so I always use those. My pack is the same pack as I had in the PCT. It's about 50 litres. It's a lightweight pack. It hasn't got a waist belt, a lot of a hip belt. A lot of people doing long distances use hip belts. I tend not to. I prefer like the weight on my shoulders and then down my spine and onto my hips, sort of like let my body work out where the weight goes rather than trying to cinch in onto your waist. That's a bit uncomfortable and it sort of gets a bit rubby and sore. So I never work. Most people use a hip belt, but I tend not to. So the pack's the same. Got some suntan lotion. Always have a little button compass. On the back there you can see that's the sleep pad that Zaki had out on the PCT. I just use it for if you're stopping during the day. You can put it on a bench or you can put it on the ground if you want to lie down and take a snooze or whatever. It's surprisingly difficult to find somewhere to sit which is relatively clean, so at least when you've got that down, it isn't really for the cushioning effect, it's just the fact that it's always clean. I've got some sliders. I always have sliders for when I'm not walking. I'll always put sliders on. This year I've got a slightly different hoodie. This was by a company called Hook, which is like an American fish. Actually says fishing down the side here. So it's just a sun hoodie, sort of like a polyester sun hoodie thing with some netting on it. Seems pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with that. I've got some rain clothes there, and on the side pockets here I've got I always carry the smart water bottles with sports tops. You can obviously drink those as you're walking along, so that always works well. Inside the pack, what have I got of particular interest? I always have like this pack here I carry this around in the evening, so when I get rid of my pack, I leave that in the room where I'm staying. Then I'll just carry my sunglasses and whatever else, wallet and stuff in there. That's quite handy. This is sort of like my odds and ends bag, really. Obviously just toiletries, and perhaps one of the most important things to have is this body glide. It's sort of like a little, sort of like Vaseline, I suppose, but it's just for putting everywhere where you may get a sore or where your body rubs against another part of your body. That's essential, really. That, particularly when you're hot and sweaty, and sort of like your sweat drips down your back and into your shorts, and everything gets all of it. Well, you don't want to know about that, but anyway, that stuff stops any trapping anywhere on your toes, between your toes, anything like that. Got a little first aid kit as always. Nothing much in there. I'm not entirely sure why I want a little lighter, but I've got it. Yeah, nothing much there. And also got some tablets, paracetamol, a few ibuprofen, and then sort of like diarrhea tablets and laxative tablets. So anything in case you get an upset stomach. So that's all of that. Food bag, same as I had out in the PCT. Still got a bit too much in there, but I like to carry a bit of emergency rations. Battery pack and charger. The phone I'm using is this, and the camera is the same ones I had out in the US. It's the iPhone 14 Pro. It was the first one which Apple brought out, which has the emergency satellite SOS feature on it. So you don't pay for that service, but if you get into a situation where you need to call emergency services and you can't if you've got a phone signal, then you can do that. You can use the satellite service, and it's got like fall detection and that sort of stuff as well, you know, crash detection, so all of that's good. Battery pack, same one as I had out in the US, 23,000 milliamp hours. The important thing about battery packs is really not the discharge rate or the capacity, it's the charging rate. These can take a long time to charge if you're not careful. This one charges, I did a bit of research, and this one charges up to 80% in 1.5 hours, so that's good. And I've got some cables in there. Yeah, it's important when you're looking at battery packs to think about your charging rates, not how quickly it charges your phone, but how quickly it charges how quickly it charges itself up. Here's some, guys over there, thinking what the hell am I doing? Here's my clothes bag. I always wear these same Under Armour shorts, 5-inch shorts. I cut the insides out. They have a mesh liner and I cut the insides out, and yeah, never use anything else. I always use the same underwear, merino wool, boxers, darn tough socks, always merino darn tough socks. Well, in fact, the ones I've got at the moment are in gingy merino socks, so those ones have little individual toes, and sometimes they're good. It just stops you getting a little bit of rubbing between the toes. But mostly I wear these darn toughs. They're expensive, but they're like socks for life. You buy them once, and no matter what you do to them, if you wear them around the garden and put holes in them, or whatever you do to them, you just send them back and they'll send you free of charge a new pair. So I have done that quite a few times, but they're a bit of a game changer. Darn tough socks are great, really warm when they get wet, really, and they keep you cool during the day. But I absolutely love them. If you want to get someone a Christmas present, Susie got some for skiing, and she likes those. They do skiing ones as well. Apart from that, I think I haven't exactly got a sleeping bag, but in here, in amongst this, I've got apparently some of the hostels that you stay in are pretty basic, and they don't always give you a quilt or a sheet or a blanket or something. So I've got in there like a sleeping bag liner, which is a fleece liner in case I need that, and I've got a small like mini towel, and there's also a little bit of a worry about bed bugs. You have to check your bed, of course, before you get into it. So just I've got that just in case, like the facilities are really bare. I could even sleep outside in that if I needed to, you know. So it's pretty warm out here at night, 12, 13, 14 degrees. So I could easily sleep outside in that if I needed to. So that's about it. The shoes that I've got are the same shoes I always have. They're Brooks Glycerine. Of course, yeah. I mean, I have those ones because they're probably their most cushioned soles. The cushioning on the soles only really lasts for 300, 400, 500 miles. You can feel it when it starts to go, but it's really good for, again, taking a little bit of pressure off your knees and your ankles and your hips. So these are brand new out of the box on Monday, and I'll wear them for this Camino. What's that, 400 miles, and then I won't wear them again for serious. I'll just have them as like casual shoes. Then I won't wear them for any serious sort of hiking after that. Apart from that, that's about it. I hope you found something that interesting. I can't think if there's anything else which is significant. No, I don't think so. So catch up with you soon.